Ben and Billy are the ones. They wanna get you high. We're all stars now. In the post show, we're all stars now. In the post show.
All right, we're back. It's the post show. Hello, everybody. And I was kind of in a hurry to get things running on the post show, and I forgot to change YouTube's ridiculous delay settings. So now we have the longest delay possible.
Well, luckily, the longest delay possible doesn't matter when we bring in all the callers on Discord, so those that can call in can talk to us, and everybody else can wait.
Yeah.
But
there's a few of them waiting right now. If you're watching right now and you're not in the Discord, you can go in there. We'll bring you in a few here, and you know, we can talk to you.
There's no quicker way to get a hold of us than in real time.
I've got my I still have Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate here.
Marvel vs. Capcom. I got first place again today while playing Tetris. Not to brag, but
well, I can fly when no one's looking. How about that?
Oh, you can?
Yeah. I can.
That's actually really impressive. Highly impressive, Benjamin. I enjoy the Masked Babe, and I'm not sure.
She's not fully
why.
familiar with the format, though. I can tell
she's a
kinda...
long time fan of the show.
Is she though?
She used to watch back in the day.
Okay, well, whatever.
She watched. She knew all about Gale, but I think the thing is she is probably a more conservative woman, and she doesn't feel like talking out of turn.
Okay, so it's just politeness.
I think she's just being polite.
I don't know.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. She gave Jared Genesis a 6.
That is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
That is kind of surprising.
I guess as a guy,
that is a very good score, I would think.
Well, yeah. Well, not. She said without the room. A 4 with the room.
I would say anything above 5 means she's not ruling out the possibility.
I don't know. She's pretty hot. Like,
I don't care. But, I mean, like, we don't know what her face looks like anyway.
It could be why she wears the mask, huh? She could be.
I don't know. I'm not going to speak. I'm not going to say I know anything about her.
She could be fucking ugly.
I don't know. She did give Jared Genesis a 6, though.
But she might be giving him a 6 because she wouldn't even talk to anything below an 8. She could just be that stuck up. So her 6 could be like any other girl's.
She didn't say that. You're making assumptions.
Of course. That's what someone does when they have the power of intuition.
You don't.
I do have the power of intuition.
All right. So are we betting $500 that what's his face is blind?
I'll bet a shock collar versus you
money.
Eating a hard-boiled egg.
Nope. Money.
I don't bet. I wouldn't bet if I knew it for 100% sure. I wouldn't want to take your money.
You'd be foolish.
No, I wouldn't. I don't want to take your money on a game of fooling somebody.
Oh, it's not fooling. He's not blind.
I mean, the way he was walking was how you would walk a blind man. And you noticed the eyes, and I said, well,
I mean, MMA fighters walk to the ring that way sometimes with their hands on the shoulders of, like, their trainers and stuff. They're not blind.
They might actually have their eyes closed because they don't want to be blinded by the bright lights until they're
blinded
in the ring.
by the light.
Revved up like a douche in the roller of the night.
Here's everybody. We've got
I
everybody.
stay sane by listening to DP.
What's up?
Yes. How you guys doing?
Hi, everybody.
We're talking about VidCon.
VidCon. Where is VidCon again? I forgot.
Anaheim, California.
It's right across the street from Disneyland.
Yeah,
yeah. That's why a lot of people go there.
It could be a fun time.
Salt Lake. I drive all the way there from Atlanta, boy.
I'm still tempted to go this year. The only thing that's stopping me is the expenses.
I hate Disney shit. So it's like, I mean, I would still go to the park though, but I don't have this weird obsession that I notice a lot of people like, you know, a lot of adults. Disney! Yeah, it's just like, meh.
A lot of people are planning on going this year.
My aunt is a.
A lot of people have grown up with that now. Yeah,
I would go to Disney for the rides and the food and stuff. I just don't give a shit about their other shit. Like,
I don't
I'm
know.
sure
I
the
don't give a
food's
shit.
good, but it's all fucking expensive because of
course.
people will pay the fuck out for all those brands and characters associated with it.
Yeah.
So,
And
I don't know.
and from what I've heard, it's like all under reconstruction now, or for the most of it.
if you know where to look, you can get good food almost anywhere. So I mean, I don't know. I guess the rides are nice though.
I hope the reconstruction includes some health measures because wasn't there a disease outbreak that happened there a long time ago?
I mean, at
I don't
Disneyland,
know.
maybe.
I mean,
Was it
definitely,
like-
it's been around for a while, right?
I mean, are we
It's a
talking about
place-
like people who don't vaccinate their kids?
No, that's happening in Washington right now.
Oh, hold up. You guys heard about this new trend of pet owners not vaccinating their fucking dogs because they think
Really?
dogs are going to get autism?
Are you gotta
Oh,
be kidding me?
God.
He just
Yes, they
You've
think
gotta be
dogs...
Oh no, then your
Yes,
dog
that's
might
what you
never
think.
learn how to speak.
Dogs
But
are
that's the
cute
thing.
when they're autistic.
Dogs-
That's the thing.
dogs already
do
have
not get
autism.
Dogs do not get autism.
Yeah.
They already
Yeah.
have it by default. That's how it works.
Well, I mean, like,
YouTube has recently demonetized all of the anti-vax channels.
Good.
Good.
I mean, normally, I don't think this is a censorship issue. It's a public safety.
Well, it's not a censorship issue. It's a issue of they're not going to be monetizing any false,
yeah. I mean, yeah,
false health
No more
channels. You know.
pseudoscience.
yeah. Monetization. I mean, free speech doesn't guarantee that your speech can be monetized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But people are
yeah.
actually like talking about deplatforming these people, and I'd say normally I'm big on free speech, but like this is not that kind of issue. This is a public.
It's
Or
It's also about the principle for people because it's not like people are making jack shit off ad revenue anyway.
It's a health
Vaping
and
on
safety
waiting.
issue. It's a health and safety issue mainly.
see, I'm not against. I'm generally against the banning people for whatever stupid shit to say, but I guess I'm more for banning anti-vaxxers because that's an actual health risk versus flat earthers. Which you want to spread that bullshit. Ultimately, it's harmless. But when you spread, I mean, it is like it's just a belief, but it's the person's going to be retarded, but there's no health risk. With anti-vax,
It
yeah,
doesn't
there
change
is.
reality.
Of course there is.
Anti-vax, it does.
Vapion is waiting.
Okay, let's see.
Man,
Vapion.
Meep.
Rapion has joined the battle.
Yeah,
They,
say something riveting and
anti-vaxxers-
earth-shattering.
Anti-vaxxers will still be able to, make money because they're not being taken off the platform. They could still like sell their anti-vax T-shirts or whatever bullshit fucking supplement.
I
they think will
mean,
help
if
your
YouTube
dumbass
wanted to
kid.
ban them, they can
Yeah.
because they're not required to allow them on their platform if they don't want to.
But like they're not even being
and
deplatformed. They're
it's
just
not
being
it's
paid
not
for
as if
their
YouTube's
bullshit.
the only place they could try to spread their ridiculous ideas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they can do it anywhere.
But I mean, like, I think they're a lot more dangerous than Adam Eternal or
Well, there are
Williams.
people that are so like far off the radar that
Unless
no one's
there's-
gonna fall.
unless there's some kind of weird homicidal tendencies in Adam Eternal that we're just not aware of, I would say he's not harmful at all. He's just
There definitely are in Jared
crazy
Genesis,
guy.
apparently.
I think Adam Eternal might actually be fucked up if he is the was it stepdad of Satan or what? Satan's love. It's something he has. If he actually
What?
is fucking Satan, in all his videos he says he's fucking Satan.
By the way, Alicia, if your parents do that with your parents, insane. They're autistic.
Zeronian entity is back. He
Okay.
left because
Okay.
People
his
keep
nigga was
going
taken
and
down.
going.
Whoever has the
Yeah.
power to pull him in, please.
Yeah.
He's in. He's in.
Okay.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Talk, you bastard. Say something groundbreaking and earth-shattering that we'll all remember for the rest of our...
Tucker Carlson raged at some dude on Fox News. I have the link up here in the chat.
I think they talked about that. You're talking about that one, that
The
clip
guy
they
who
did.
called a fucking moron or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you all.
They already
You all
talked
played
about
it on
that
the
shit.
show.
Yeah, I don't know if it was one of the private shows or maybe it was a public one.
No, they did it on Thursday.
Yeah. Is this the
But
fractured
did we
butthole?
actually-
This is the stick of truth. This is the first one.
Okay.
We didn't play the clip on the show, did we?
I don't know. We didn't play the clip. No.
No, it was just you guys played Tucker responding to the whole thing
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
I usually don't lose my cool.
You fucking idiot. That's funny.
That is
Yeah, I'm playing Stick of Truth right now.
Dude, I got my friend to play it for the first time a few days ago, and watching him see what Mr. Slave does for the first time was absolutely hilarious.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
What does
There's-
Mr. Slave
there's-
do?
The hardest part in this game for me was the part where you gotta, like, do the abortion.
Oh God.
Oh, I hated that. I hated that so much. If you do it
My
wrong,
mother
it's
was
just his
against
balls.
that.
My mother was against that. Is this PS4?
If your parents don't give their pets updated shots, then they could be exposed to rabies someday. I mean, there's so many things, there's so many, like, illnesses a dog can get.
You have to give your dog.
And then there's all the other, like, there's distemper and bordetella and all that stuff, like diseases dogs can give one another. That's terrible. That's horrible.
It's true.
Parvo. I had
That's
a dog
weird.
die of
Dog
parvo
was-
because it didn't get its shots.
Yeah.
I mean, you're required to vaccinate your dog, but not your kid. That's kind of...
Here's what I think: if you don't vaccinate your dog, and you're basically risking the dog getting
The
all these
Black
diseases,
Plague.
that's the form of like that. That's a form of animal abuse. Just the same as their fucking kid not getting all these shots. That will prevent them getting all these fucking diseases. That's a form of kid abuse or child abuse.
Oh God, Egghead.
I love when Egghead
Child
gets
abuse.
spurty.
But no, he's right. He is
I love
right.
when Egghead rages. When people get owned by Egghead, that's always a
Yeah, I know.
real stream.
A good ending.
Like now you have no life. You get owned by a fucking egghead. Go kill yourself.
And then he gets a little too confident and
I know, right?
fucks it all up.
And it calls
Exactly.
the real stream a beta cuck faggot.
That was great.
Fuck you.
Real stream news.
Masked Babe is like on Real Stream show all the time.
She was on last night.
Like the whole reason I got in touch with her and had her come at
I thought she didn't like him though.
I know, that's because she was in my DM showing a video she made about him, and I was like, you should come on Drunken Peasants sometime. And she was like, oh yeah, I'd love that. And then like the next that night she was on his show, and I was like, wait, is she just two-faced?
Probably.
I was like, what the fuck is she doing?
Who knows?
But I still like her. I don't give a
People
shit. if
like
she's
her.
two-faced.
People like
What
her.
a surprise.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm the
What a
best.
twist.
I'm the
Oh,
best when it
Billy
comes to
likes
people being
someone.
two-faced.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I meant.
It's a new beginning for us. Things are finally going to be good.
Don't die, Ben.
Fuck off.
Ben, are you doing a fuck
All right,
off?
Ben.
I'll
All
die
right,
if I want to.
Got him.
I'll die if I want to.
All right, damn, die, you motherfucker.
Come on, let's see how he's doing.
Get yourself a drink of water.
Ben's last dying words are "fuck off."
Exactly.
It gets a bit.
Whoa.
We should
Thank you.
With my last dying breath.
Yeah, Egghead's such a fucking cuck bitch that there's gotta be someone. There's gotta be someone whose last words were denigrating Egghead, and in their dying moment they were talking shit to Egghead. There has to be.
Exactly.
That's not a sweet boy thing to say.
That is not a nice boy. In my final words, fuck egghead.
No, not a nice boy. That's a little bit different. That's a little
I
bit
fucked up.
different. Sweet.
I fucked up pretty bad in this game. Still got second place.
We talking about Tetris 99?
Are you talking about real
dude.
life?
You know what I think it was?
Love
I think
this
it's
game.
just the controller making it easier for you.
I mean, yeah.
I think it's just the controller malfunctioning and making it better.
when you go to
at the
drop a
game.
block and it drops like 3
I think
blocks
that's
over.
the reason why that happened, Billy. I don't think it's because you're good.
I mean, I just
like the other night when the controller was bad and was making you be worse at the game.
I consistently finish top 10, so it's like whatever.
I think it's the controller doing it.
Then you all should buy this controller because it will make you look super good at Tetris 99. It'll make you look like a fucking Tetris god.
I think Ben gets bad controllers on purpose, honestly.
It'll make Russian women.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll make Russian women.
I don't know where you got that idea from.
First.
That sounds really familiar, though.
I think you probably bought these controllers when Paul was still part of the show because you like to cheat him.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Because you like to cheat him.
Yeah, it was all part of my plan.
It would make sense on why Ben would destroy him all the time.
Yeah, it was all a scheme I came up with.
That Marshall Manson song is so good.
Yeah.
I've been doing a backwards Hadouken since 1990.
I feel bad for Marshall Manson because that man he constantly lives in the shadow of that song because he's like, man, nothing I make will ever be as successful as that song because it got like over 100,000 views or something. It was very popular. And nothing else he's made is compared to it. He feels pretty shitty about it.
I love the outro song. I was talking about.
Yeah, it's great. He does great shit.
I was just watching that first 24-hour stream today where they play that, and there's also the "At Least I'm Not Brett Keane" song.
Gee whiz, that's smart. I'll tell you what. I don't care. I have never cared if someone uploads clips of our shows. Ever. I've always let those channels exist and upload clips if they want. But there was a motherfucker downloading totally full, like, private episodes that were never made public on his channel, so I had to like DMCA his videos because they weren't being taken down.
Damn.
Yep.
I mean, that's understandable if you upload not just a whole show, but like a private show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a guy that I'm actually sub to. He put together all of Brett Keane segments, like regular.
Yeah, it's
DP
one of those
shows.
It's one of those Brett Keane autists, is what it is.
There's a lot of those. Yeah.
Dude, I gotta say, I was watching that shit. Episode I think it was 201, the Brett Keane confession. That was one of the funniest fucking things in history of DP. I think. You guys know what I'm talking about? The $100.
Dude, I don't remember that shit.
Yeah, me neither.
The $100 Nietzsche. No,
I don't remember.
No.
But anyway,
I don't remember that.
I could probably go back and watch it sometime and see. Anyway, though, yeah. I don't care if people upload clips. I don't care if people do like a weird remix and like use the stuff to like make us say dumb shit or whatever. I don't care about any of that. Don't re-upload whole episodes, even if they're public ones, and definitely don't re-upload private ones because those will be flagged like immediately. So fuck that. And the guy tried to claim that they're not on DP on demand anymore, but I went in there and looked myself, and they're definitely there. If they were deleted, they would show up as a video that was deleted.
Wait, are like all the private shows on DP on demand?
Not ever, but up to a certain point. And then eventually it'll be updated, but you know, now is not the time to do that.
You like Colorado?
You like Colorado? This is a dope game.
Yeah, have you played it before?
No.
It's interactive South Park.
Do they have another one coming out anytime soon?
Well, there's already 2 of them out.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a DLC for the newer one, and I have like a bunch of the they update it every now and then.
Wait till the PS5 comes out, then I'm pretty sure they'll come out with another South Park game.
Because I got this fucking PS4, and I don't know if I want to play it or not, but games like this make me think maybe I want to play it. I was thinking about downloading that Apex.
This is a great game, dude. Dude, this game is great. And you know, the actual like combat part of it.
Yeah.
If you've ever played Final Fantasy,
I haven't.
Oh my god.
I know. I was playing Magic cards all
You
the
have
time.
not lived.
I was playing Magic cards all the fucking time.
I love it. I love it how Cartman's kingdom is called the Kingdom of Koopa Keep. You know, KKK.
Oh,
and he's the
Oh my god.
and he's the Grand Wizard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that just means he's the regional to the state, the
Cartman.
imperial one that is the entire country.
The fairest maiden in all the kingdom. Don't ask why Kenny wanted to be a chick, it's just how he seems to
That's all it means. He's regional to the state, not the entire country. Grand Wizard's really not that special.
The only reason I know that is because when I was in high school, my AP US history teacher singled me out to do a project on the KKK.
Alright.
I need something from you. And in return,
You didn't have to explain that. We didn't think you were racist, okay?
Well, I was only laughing because you knew it. Not because I thought it was some secret racism, but now I'm like, wait a second. Why did he single you out?
Racist now.
No, you're not racist, but why were you singled out? Like, were you showing signs of, like, was he
This
he
is
like
hilarious.
the secret guy?
Hold on. Watch this, okay? Billy, you'll love this shit. I'm going to turn it up a little bit so you can hear it better. All right. So this is the part where they tell you to, like, put in your name. Listen to this. It's great.
you entered douchebag. Is that correct?
And if you go to no,
do it again.
If you go to no, he's like,
Are you sure you want to keep the name douchebag?
I can't hear it.
Oh, you guys can't hear it?
It's douchebag.
You guys got to be playing the video as well. As well as you want to hear the audio.
And such as.
It should be coming through. I thought so. You guys really can't hear it? That's weird.
Oh no, no, we can't.
Oh, I know why. It's on the same channel as you guys. That's why you can't hear.
Lame.
Yeah, people on Discord can't hear when I play like on a console. That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
Billy, you mentioned something about the idea of playing a PS4.
You will now choose a class.
Well, I have a
Apex
PS4.
Thief or Jew?
Yeah, I was gonna say alongside Apex Legends, there was another game that was released.
Here's the
called
classes.
Space Lords.
Billy, here's the classes. Which one would you choose?
Thief, mage, fighter.
Oh my god, he's not gonna say it.
Jew is a class in this game.
Jew is the best class. It's the only one you can really play as.
I think Billy's just disappointed there's not a neighbor class.
I was expecting it when Ben made me read it. I'm like, what am I gonna?
Dude, wait till you get to fractured butthole, then you see like the difficulty settings.
Personally, I think the Sling of David is the best weapon in gaming.
Sling of David.
Yeah, I remember that.
South Park is
Just a
great,
stock with a
dude.
rock in it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, because like, David and Goliath. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever played as Jew before.
Even in SJW, like Billy can find South Park.
I guess I'll play as a Jew.
Yeah,
I'm not.
That's
I'm
what
not
you
really
always
Did you
sure
hear
of
him?
you.
Carmen said, "I guess we'll never really be friends."
Damn it.
He's like big Jew.
Now please go and visit the weapon shop.
Yeah, indeed.
Procure yourself a
and
weapon
it's
we
all
shall
worth
teach
it
you
just
to
for
fight.
that.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I mean, have you actually played this game if you don't pick that class?
Yeah, I've played a few of the different classes. I think this is the first time I played Jew.
Would you like to see?
No, I think you played it once before when you were on
Maybe.
stream.
Tips and rumors for $2.
Yeah, like I said, I was playing.
Don't let it bother
Like
you
I said, the
because
game that I was
now they
suggesting
ugly
is
perky.
called Space Lords. That's a third-person shooter that's that actually focuses more on melee combat. The type of melee combat they have is actually a rock paper scissors type thing, where you can dodge, hit, or grab. Dodging is better than hitting.
You have procured
Hitting
a weapon.
is
Yes.
better than
It's now
grabbing,
time to
but
teach you how to
grabbing
fight.
defeats
I want
dodge.
you to take your
You know what? I'm gonna play this later because this requires a lot of listening. I think I'm gonna log into Star Wars instead of playing this.
Yeah, play something completely mindless like Star Wars.
Yeah, it is. Like you just grind in Star Wars. That's all you do. You just fucking grind and grind and grind, and that's it.
Tetris
like
is
Billy the Fridge on a pole.
Tetris is
That's
like
a lot
the
of
opposite
RPGs
of that.
I actually
Tetris is
got,
quick
Jump
thinking.
Force.
Yeah.
What's a good Star Wars game on Steam?
On Steam?
Yeah.
The original
only have
Battlefront
PC.
games. The originals.
I don't know. The
I
Star
heard
Wars
Knights
game.
of the Old,
Oh,
Knights
yeah,
of the
those
Old
are good.
Republic
I don't-
are good. They
Is
got
that even
good-
on Steam? Is that even on
Yeah.
Steam?
I'm pretty sure those are on Steam.
I
if I'm-
actually have both of them, and I bought them like 4 years ago. I never fucking played them.
They're great.
Well,
Bam!
we play Star Wars: The Old Republic, like the MMORPG version.
Yeah, that's different.
I think.
That's good.
I think.
Fuck you.
The Star Wars Episode 9 should be titled Star Wars Episode 9: Birth of a Nation.
I'm not saying the MMO is bad, by the way. It's not.
I mean, the game. It's like the same concept, only there's like multiple players in it.
Yeah, but it doesn't have like the compelling story because
it's the same fucking story. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's set the same universe, but it's not like the same storylines. It's not like the same type of engaging storyline, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you're an idiot. Okay, I understand what you're trying to say. You're trying to say you're an idiot.
Oof.
Okay.
Damn. You ever play Superstar?
Billy,
Wow. Billy's blown away. Holy shit.
Damn. Someone was saying
have you ever
something
played
else?
Super Star Wars?
Oh yeah, I like that game.
Yeah, I played stupid Star Wars before. I
I
like
was wondering
stupid
if you
Star
had
Wars.
it on.
Whoa, you were.
If you had it on your
Oh, no.
SNES.
I may or I don't think I do, but I could put it on there. I'm so glad that was the #1 selling point for the Super NES thing that I have, that you can mod it and add other games to it.
Yeah.
That made me so like it was well worth it. It was only like $60.
It was probably on sale around when you got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the price point to drop for the PlayStation Classic, so then I can get that modded.
Can you mod that?
So I've heard that it can. Same as
I
the
saw
rest
it
of
was
the
like
classic.
$60. I saw it was $60 at Think Geek, I think. That's cheap as fuck. Am I wrong? Is that not cheap? $60.
The Padawans
It is-
fall.
It is cheap. It's just that I don't have the money for it right now.
Oh, okay. When you said that you were waiting for the price to drop, I didn't know how far down it was supposed to drop, so I was like, is that not far enough? How far do we go?
Woo!
But I saw it and I was like, God, I don't give a shit about PlayStation. I wonder if they're gonna make a Nintendo 64 version, and then if you can mod it with like the Nintendo games like No Mercy and stuff, but with all the updated wrestlers, because that would be the fucking shit. Oh, that would be so dope.
Billy will
love
never
No
put
Mercy.
Billy will never put that damn thing down if they do that shit.
If not, you'd have to make all the wrestlers yourself.
Well, yeah, but if you could get ROMs, right? Like, if they're saying you can mod the Super Nintendo or whatever,
yeah,
then I assume you could be able to mod the 64. And they have done so much work.
Well, this
in
is
the
a mini.
emulator
It's the mini Super Nintendo.
Yeah, but is that a professional Nintendo released item?
Yes, it is made by
Yeah.
Nintendo, and that's why I got it, because the controller. This is like the closest thing to the original controller you can get.
Yeah.
Billy, I highly doubt that the N64 is as powerful as the SNES Mini. It's probably just like a small I wouldn't say PC.
I mean,
probably
yeah,
more
the
powerful than
SNES Mini is like a solid state hard drive with like an operating system on it. Yeah, I would say it's got a processor and everything. You know,
It's basically like a mini PC, like one of those blue raspberries or whatever they're fucking called.
Raspberry Pi.
Oh yeah. That's something else I said.
Raspberry Pi.
That's basically what most of those consoles are. Just Raspberry Pi in like a custom shell made to look like the old consoles.
I want some pie now. I need to get some pie.
Poontang pie. That's what The Rock used to say all the time.
Some
Oh, yeah?
Poontang pie.
Yeah, you want to get
Sounds
you
good.
some of that poontang pie?
The Rock says.
The Rock says, I'm going to lay the smack down on your jabroni ass.
No, you're
Jabroni
wrong.
beaten pie.
You shut your mouth.
Damn, was that Egghead for a second there? I thought the real Rock was in
Holy
the
shit.
chat.
I think the real Rock is in the chat.
Wouldn't that be funny if, like, Stone Cold gave The Rock the finger back in the day and The Rock was like, fuck yeah.
Dude, that would have been awesome. Yeah, I love what you're talking about.
Oh god. One can only imagine.
Epic.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I on this planet? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Let's see.
Don't we all wonder that?
I have to go. My planet needs.
I wasn't trying to be so deep, but yes.
I've come to talk with you
I was
again.
trying to play the game, but my computer refuses to download anything more than the starting world.
Download.
That's weird.
Just have to load.
It might be a firewall setting. A lot of times, like I've seen
I
firewalls.
checked everything. I think I just have a really shitty internet connection because it goes for like several megabytes for a few minutes, then it'll go to absolutely nothing for a few minutes and back and forth.
Could be your firewall grabbing it, but I don't know. Because we had one guy that couldn't download it, and then he went in and like turned his firewall off, and it started downloading it. So he just like made an exception in his firewall rules for it.
I was gonna say, if you're also interested in playing Space Lords, you can also get it on, I think, Steam, and you can play with people playing the PS4 version.
I actually pre-ordered Jump Force. I was severely disappointed.
Yeah, that's the Shonen Jump fighting game, right?
Like we're with a bunch of anime characters.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I played for like 45 minutes, and in 30 minutes I had one fight, and it was a shitty tutorial. After a while, I just gave up.
That blow.
It was basically just a Dragon Ball episode, except for Naruto was there.
CC Naruto!
I want to say something. It's a bit
Yes.
off topic,
Yes.
but it's something I'm kind of proud of. 2 days ago, I got to play Fireman.
Oh, how?
I was on my last run of the night, going back to Brooklyn, and all of a sudden I start smelling like burning brakes. Like it has a very distinct smell.
Yeah.
So I'm like looking in my mirrors. I'm like, oh shit, my fucking brakes should be burning up. What the fuck's going on? I'm like, no, I don't see any smoke. I keep driving, like 5 miles. I was going from Jersey into Brooklyn, so crossing Staten Island. And I got to the bridge to Staten Island, and I see like a lot of smoke. I'm like, well, not from me, but like from somebody in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, someone's shit is about to set on fire. I catch up to the guy. It's one of our guys pulling 2 trailers, two loaded trailers, and he fucking brakes. The second trailer, both brakes are on fire.
Shit.
I start fucking flashing him, honking and shit. So he pulls over. I pull over behind him.
Damn it!
He runs to the back of the trailers and just freezes up. Starts looking at them. Then gets on his phone, calls dispatch, and like starts yelling at them. He's like, "Oh, shitty equipment! Called fire! Called fire!" I'm looking at him like, "Yo, fire extinguisher? Maybe get it? What the fuck?" So he's still on the fucking phone. I run to my truck, grab my fire extinguisher, get underneath the trailer, start dousing brakes. Got the left one, went to the right one. The fucking left one lit up again. I got that shit again. It lit up again. Third time I just unloaded the fire extinguisher on it. Finally put it out. Meanwhile, this fucking guy is still on his phone.
Jesus.
And I'm like, yo, I didn't have to stop. This is not my trailer. This is yours. This is not my problem. I was like, why are you on your fucking phone? You have all trucks. All trucks are required to have fire extinguishers for that very reason.
Yeah.
Maybe use it. But no, he was on his fucking phone the whole time.
Have you ever
where priorities is?
Have you ever driven through like a super mountainous area like Colorado or anything like that?
Yeah, I did over-the-road trucking before. I've been to your state. By the way, it's actually my favorite state to drive through. Washington.
Oh, yeah? Wow.
It's fucking beautiful. It's like, it has like serene atmosphere to it.
Oh, yeah, it does. And the huge evergreen trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
I remember
unique.
that scene. I forgot what road I was driving on, but I remember that fucking scene.
Where were you driving from?
Chicago to somewhere near Seattle.
You were probably going down I-90 then.
Oh, to Tacoma. We had a delivery in Tacoma.
Yeah, you probably took I-90 most of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets pretty beautiful. Yeah, the eastern side of Washington is very like a desert area.
Yeah.
And as you get over through the mountains and stuff, you get to see a whole lot of forestation and stuff. Washington is actually the only state in the United States that has like rainforest and desert and a volcano and the mountains and like all the access to the different bodies of water and huge parks with forestry. Like there's so much here in Washington State that
it's true.
It can't compare to any other state.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I really want to go up there and just see what it looks like up there.
Oh yeah, we also have dog collars for you, Egghead.
Hell yeah.
I drove through Colorado and I drove through something called Wolf Creek Pass. If you ever want to, like, if you don't know what it is, look it up.
Is that one of Egghead's dad's movies?
But no, it sounds like it though. it isn't. It's in southwestern. It's in southwestern Colorado, and it was scary just to drive a small car on it. And I saw these runaway truck lanes and stuff. It looked crazy. Like someone with like a truck that couldn't stop in time to go around the corner is just supposed to like drive down one of these fucking lanes.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of those around where I am.
In the mountains, those are for when if a truck their brakes stop working, they need to be able to stop somehow. So.
Well, the problem is that a lot of truckers are fucking idiots. They don't know how to. The new gen truckers, they don't get the proper training, so they're not familiar with the engine brake that you're supposed to use. They don't know how to use the fucking brakes, so they just ride the brake pedal the whole way down until the same shit happens. What I had to deal with 2 days ago, fucking brakes catch fire because you're always on them.
When you're in the mountains, your brakes can overheat, so you want to have low gear and shit, so your car can't go too fast.
Yeah, well, not only that, but think about a truck. How much shit you pulling that? That's maximum weight, like legal weight, is 80,000 pounds. That's everything: truck, trailer, whatever shit you have inside the trailer.
Yeah,
compared
there's
to
someone waiting.
Antonovich, as a truck driver, what do you think of Elon Musk's like electric trucks?
I'm actually all for that. Well, I'm for that versus self-driving trucks, because those are going to put truckers out of the job, and that's like one of the biggest industries. So I'm for electric trucks. The problem is the range. I mean, the maximum range that they have now, the Tesla trucks, and there's another competitor called Thor trucks. They're based out of Cali as well, but the max range is like 300 miles, which is nothing.
I don't think there's any avoiding automated driving. I think it's like a certainty eventually.
Let's see, with trucks, I think the government will step in when there's going to be a major fucking accident, when the system glitches out. Because I don't know, you guys probably covered videos of like semi trucks plowing through cars and shit. Like it's like a train. It's going to fucking blow right through it. A big fucking truck like that. So if there's going to be like a major accident where multiple fatalities, the government, I think, is going to step in. Hopefully.
I think like many things, America is going to be one of the last countries to accept self-driving cars.
I mean, we just rode in a self-driving car in Las Vegas when we were there. It was a self-driving Uber or Lyft or whatever it was. It was interesting.
Yeah, and the one thing that's going to keep self-driving cars fast-tracked in the United States is capitalism, you know? You're going to
what I heard proposed when it comes to these like self-driving trucks is what like the salvation, I guess, for the truck drivers would be that you keep these self-driving trucks like out over the road, meaning going between states. So when they get close to their destination, once they get close to like a major cities, there should be like major warehouse hubs where those self-driving trucks come in, they drop, or somebody else drops the trailer, and then the local guys, they actually take the trailer to the destination. Because if you can't use a self-driving truck, like for example here in New York City, got shitty roads, shitty signs, aggressive as fuck drivers.
Oh yeah,
like aggressive self-driving truck. It's not gonna work here in New York.
Especially they might solve it, but I know what you're saying. Like
the way
New
their
York
system
is crazy.
works, basically like on cameras and sensors.
Yeah.
Well, here's the issue with the cameras. New York City, those height limits that they post, like overpass limits, they mean absolutely fucking nothing here in New York. I drive standard height trailers, 13.6. I pass under overpass label 12.4 every single day, multiple times a day, because the sign is bullshit. It doesn't mean in New York. Apparently, New York and New Jersey and
Force
some
choke.
parts in Connecticut, they
Force
fucking
choke
mark
'em
the
up in
shit.
the air. Boom.
Well, they probably mark it with like a destination of error, right?
No, they mark it apparently a foot taller, foot shorter
Yeah.
than they actually are.
Yeah.
But the reason for that, I cannot fucking find.
It's
Like
probably
some people
just
said for the
because
snow. Well, some people said for the
Snow?
snow. Okay, but New York City doesn't get that much snow at any given moment. Not only that, but the major commercial, truck routes, they usually get salted or they get plowed, so that's not an issue. Then I heard they measure from the curb, which is retarded because the overpass that I'm talking about, there is no curb. It's just the road. There's no sidewalk.
You know, I was talking to a bus driver in Seattle one time when I was the only one riding the bus, and he was driving it, and he told me automated buses are coming too.
Yeah.
So
there might be
Isn't
that.
that a thing already in China?
Probably.
I think so. There might be the reason there's that extra foot there is like on the chance ever that there's like a beam or something on the ground that raises the truck half a foot or something. Like if you run over something that raises the truck just a little bit, like that margin of error will keep the truck from scraping against the
No,
top.
I don't think so, because the way, from what I know, the way it's measured, like all across U.S., they measure from the highest point on the road to the lowest point on the overpass.
And you don't think they add an
No.
extra
No, everywhere
of
else,
error?
that's the actual height. Only in New York City. New York City, basically, the way you'll know if an overpass is too low is you'll know it when you hit it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Got on the
Is this-
topic of trucking again.
I just think that, Jussie Smollett is blind.
Fuck you.
And Tarovich, what are your thoughts on Smokey and the Bandit?
What?
I've never seen it.
It's a trucker movie.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I've never seen it.
He's like, I know, I haven't seen it. That's my thoughts on it.
That is my thoughts. I haven't seen it. Those movies look generic as fuck.
Do you
Oh,
ever watch trucker movies, and while you're watching them,
No.
you're like,
No.
this isn't real. This is Hollywood.
But there aren't that many. I mean, that one. Wasn't there like a horror movie where there's like a fucking sentient semi truck?
Yeah, Maximum
What?
Overdrive.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Maximum
I think
Overdrive.
I seen that when I was a kid, and I was like, "This is
Yeah.
the stupidest shit ever."
It had the Green Goblin on the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Marvel was
yeah.
trying to sneak their properties into movies at the time. Remember Remember they snuck Thor into Adventures in Babysitting?
Yeah, I remember that.
They were trying to sneak their products into movies without like having to fund the whole movie because they knew that you'd see it and you'd talk about it.
I know that back in some of like truck driving like horror films or something like that. I think Steven Spielberg did his first
What?
movie
There's
about
one.
truck drivers.
There's one movie.
I
It's
don't
not really an
fucking know.
industry.
Okay, you're fine.
Well, wasn't Joyride? Was it Joyride where I think it had Paul Walker in it, and there was a killer that was in a truck that would come after people? I think it might have been Joyride.
Die, bitch, die.
Oh my god, yo! You guys ever seen a fucking movie where there was like it's like a shitty horror movie where there was like a sentient tire that kills people?
Yeah, it's rubber.
Oh my god, fuck that.
Sounds like a trauma movie.
You guys remember Flubber?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that actually. Rubber
Yeah.
versus Flubber. The
I think
revenge.
about Flubber all the time.
What
Flubber
if
sounds
what
like
if the
a
sequel to Rubber, the tire was made out of flubber, and it could fucking fly?
No.
A murderous flying tire.
Rubber Flubber.
The Rubber 2.
Flyer. A flyer.
Rubber 2 Flubber.
Farter.
Yeah.
Oh my
Rubber
god.
100% Flubber.
Mother Flubber.
Yeah, that's the Mother Flubber. Rubber 2
Looking at
Mother
this
Flubber.
Maximum Overdrive movie, I think I might actually watch it.
Yeah, it's
By the way,
I think it
Tech,
was written by Stephen King. Or
You guys should watch the movie we watched the other day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can
Thinking
watch our
about it.
review of it, but you should also probably watch it on its own too, I would say.
You could also
I think I'm
watch our
just gonna
review of it.
send it to one of my friends and see if they text back.
Oh
By
my
the way,
God.
Tech, I'm familiar with that channel. I'm subbed to them, and I love watching that shit.
Yeah, I like watching just car crash shit.
And notice how most of them are box trucks. You know why? You can drive that fucking thing with your regular license. You don't need a CDL. As long as it's 26,000 pounds or less, a regular car license, and you can drive a truck.
I've driven a
That's what most
moving
of them-
truck.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking, like a black box trucks. If it's
Yeah.
26,000 pounds or less, you don't need a CDL.
Yeah, I've driven a U-Haul. A U-Haul with those things have governors on them. You can't even get those above 70.
Some of them.
The one I drove from New
Well, from
Mexico all the
U-Haul,
way to
yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. U-Haul. Yeah. Yeah, that's
My truck doesn't have a governor. That's the first thing. If my boss buys a truck, our mechanic takes the governor off.
I spent a whole day driving from one end of Kansas to the other one, and I literally had the pedal all the way down on the floor the entire time.
Dude, yo, I got a funny story. In my previous company, I drove this piece of shit Volvo. It was like a full size, like a sleeper, like it has a sleeping compartment in the back. But I drove local, whatever. It was automatic when I first started. That shitty automatic lasted like 2 months. So instead of paying for a rebuild, which would cost like $6,000, my boss decided, nah, fuck that, just swap it. So they found a 10-speed manual in like a junkyard. It was like a piece of shit transmission, but whatever, it's cheaper. They swapped it. But when it had automatic, it was governed at 65. So you know how it works. Like you can press your pedal and it just cuts the gas once it reaches 65. So when they did the fucking swap, they changed something with the computer. So I was testing out. I was on I-95 in Jersey, and I'm just flooring it. And I'm flooring it because I'm thinking it's still 65. And all of a sudden, I look around and I notice, like, yo, I'm going faster than everybody else on the road. Trucks, cars, buses, I'm fucking flying. I look down at the speedometer, and I'm literally off the charts fast. Like, the speedometer ends at 85. I was going faster than that.
Wow.
That's too fast. That's
Yeah.
scary. That's scary.
That sounds like a good time.
I know, right?
The state that I drove in with the highest speed limit was Montana, and I think it was like 90. And I was probably going like I think I was going like 110.
Damn.
Through most of it. It's like a straight shot. Like it is literally straight.
I'm gonna drive home tonight as fast as possible. I drive a Prius.
Not in your fucking Prius.
I know, right? I have a Prius, so it's probably gonna be like 70
no,
miles.
I guess it's 80. It's 80, not 90.
I think it was 80.
It's 80. Yeah.
I think Texas has like the highest speed limit.
Probably.
I think Texas has
fucking
the highest
Texas.
speed limit is 85. I remember that. I drove.
So much of Texas is bullshit, not worth driving through. So you want to go 85?
Dude, I drove through a dust storm in Texas. That was fucking crazy.
Wow.
I drove through a total whiteout in Ohio one time. I was trying to drive from Columbus to Cincinnati, and it was total whiteout. Like, you could not see because the snow and the wind was so heavy. It was fucking scary. Everyone was on the freeway driving with their flashers on.
I was driving to Bellingham from Seattle one day, and right before Bellingham, where they have like the mountain area, I fucking got hit by just a crazy snowstorm and couldn't see anything. And I thought for sure I was gonna hit something. Like my cousin was fucking scared, and he was a fucking little drug head gangster. He never gets scared, but he gets scared sometimes. A little pussy.
Gangstar.
Yeah,
There was a crazy ass thing that happened like 2 years ago. I think you guys might have actually covered it. That was on I-95 in Maryland, not far from here. It was a black ice that flew off the road and like below, like from the overpass. And it was like a massive fucking fireball. And 2 people died. The driver and some random fucking guy that was just walking in the street below.
Damn.
I remember one time on 85 here in Atlanta, some woman got into the road and got hit, and people just kept going until the point where, when traffic was finally stopped, all that was left was like a refined red paste.
Oh,
what?
Shit.
I'm not even joking. That happened.
Yeah.
Somewhere in like the connector where 85 and 75 meet in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine, he does his own route. He's got his own truck. He was telling me he was passing like an accident scene. There was some guy wearing like a safety vest, so maybe like a tow truck driver, with his fucking head missing.
Yeah.
You think he was dead?
I
You
think
he was
yeah. I think maybe, I don't know, missing head. Yeah, I'm sure they can reattach it, scoop him up with like some pooper scooper.
Give me some head. Give me some head.
I
heard that there was a medical miracle where a person was decapitated and they were reattached and survived, but I think it was only because their spinal cord was severed and not like the muscle tissue or anything.
Hey, wait a minute.
That seems kind of backwards.
That's gross.
Wasn't there a fucking guy? Yeah, I remember that. There was a fucking Italian doctor that tried to do a head transplant. He was talking about. He was in the news. He made like
he's in jail now.
Yeah.
Is he?
No, I don't know.
Wow, you're just a fucking bullshitter, Billy.
I never actually heard the result of that because that was groundbreaking because we've never been able to get neural tissue to heal.
Yeah, it was. I think it was an Italian doctor, and the patient was supposed to be this Russian guy who's got like some kind of fucked up disease that basically like all the muscles are all fucked up in his body, so he's like permanently attached to a wheelchair.
Yeah, basically a guy who had nothing left to lose and everything to gain.
Basically, yeah. I would do that. Fuck it. If I'm gonna die, I'm like, yeah, use it for science at least.
Nah, fuck that. I'd rather have a robot body.
Well, that, yeah, obviously.
But yeah, that's science, though.
It is.
Science.
She blinded me with science.
I want a robot body with a jackhammer dick.
They're saying, upon closer inspection, it would appear that Canavero's claim regarding the success of the world's first human head transplant was, at best, premature. This does not mean that he has no merit to his work, but tests on cadavers are an integral part of discovering new medical techniques. However, it does seem that we are a long way off from the point where this procedure can become feasible, and it is questionable if we'll ever get there.
There we go.
But that doesn't mean we can't keep trying, right?
I mean, cut my fucking head off and put it on Ben's body.
Let's just keep beheading people. I'm sure we'll get lucky someday.
Ben, would you let my head be attached to your body if you didn't have to have your head removed? Like, we could just put my head next to your head?
No.
But then we could save on camera space. We could just share the same camera.
I'm not concerned about a lack of camera space.
Huh. Well, then why wasn't Wallace on tonight?
Fucking Hitchhiker's Guide.
Why wasn't Wallace on tonight if you're not concerned about lack of camera space?
You should have put Wallace on that bottom
I'll tell you why Wallace wasn't on tonight, because I make sure he's never on this fucking show again. Piece of shit, Wall.
Well, what about that one time you fucked the wall?
What do you mean?
I think we should play the wall game again sometime, remember?
Yeah, that was fun.
We just need a better way of doing it.
Yeah, those Post-its were slipping off.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe we'll...
cork board.
Well, we could probably figure something out.
Get some, yeah, like I recommend if you want to get some type of hot sauce, if you want to play one of those games, go to try and find some meat markets.
Oh, trust me. I went to a meat market that has the highest collection of hot sauce in the, I believe the United States, might be the Northwest though. I believe it's the United States. And I said, what do you have? The hottest shit. And they were like,
we still have some.
Yeah. They were like, it's in this container.
It put me
here.
out. Like, I was down.
It was
for the
750,000 Scoville units. So by having more than a serving.
You know what that means, right?
More torture.
Dude, for enough donations, I would shove that up my ass.
The bottle
what
open?
the hot sauce?
Yeah.
Hot sauce.
Oh, I tried to talk Egghead into doing that during the private show. Yeah,
what hot sauce are we talking about here?
It's Mad Dog.
Oh,
the silver bullet.
Yeah, yeah.
The silver or the gold bullet.
Remember Egghead during the private show?
Oh yeah, I remember you told me to fucking stick that shit up my ass.
What? Oh my god!
I did not do that. I did not do that.
I did not do that.
That reminds me of a great video.
You could order hot sauce from that Hot Ones show.
If you're gonna do stuff like that, I recommend getting the Ass Reaper.
I'll fucking take the dog shot collar, but I ain't sticking that damn bottle up my ass.
How about you, the carrot?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
The way ANIMANCER.
Listen to him volunteering.
I'll put something hot up my butt.
Dude, I'll put anything.
It speaks.
I'll put anything up my butt.
At least once, right?
Oh my
At
god.
least once. But sometimes, you know, it takes more than once to really hit the G spot. The G spot's in the butthole, Ben.
I don't care.
Just ask G-Man.
Do you ever think there's a reason why there's a gay conspiracy to hold down homosexuality? Because if men realized how fucking pleasurable it was to have something up your butt, they'd all go.
I don't know. I don't believe in the conspiracy, so the rest of what you're saying doesn't really matter to me.
Human civilization would crumble if men knew how great it felt to have a dick up your butt.
No, it wouldn't.
Prove me wrong.
No, you can't prove a negative.
Prove me wrong. Or what's that fucking Steven Crowder thing? Change my mind. Yeah, I'm gonna get a sign that says that that stupid thing I just said, and I'm gonna have changed my mind at the bottom, and I'm gonna go sit at the college and let all the kids come change their mind. So
if it feels good to have something up your butt, that doesn't necessarily mean it feels good to have your dick in a butt.
Well, that's true, but it also nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. Well, hold on. Your dick putting in anything usually feels good. People fuck fruit. They fuck all types of things.
People fuck car exhaust.
Yeah, people fuck car.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. There's some dude in Brazil that was fucking a car exhaust.
How does that even work?
He puts his dick in the car exhaust.
What? He's got a really thick dick.
Yeah, he must have like a soda can
It's
or
not
something.
that thick. You can't fit a soda can in an exhaust.
I don't know. Exhaust is what, like that?
Ever since I read Lacey Green's book, I happen to know that I got a thick dick.
Did you,
according to Lacey Green's book, I got a thick dick.
Yeah, it's a whole chapter. Billy the Fridge has a thick dick.
It's
chapter
like,
5.
Yeah, it's chapter 69 by Lacey Green. Chapter 69 is Billy the Fridge got a thick dick picnic.
It's right next to the express chapter of all the details about Vadim's trip to Applebee's.
I don't think Lacey Green would write about that. She
No.
only writes about sweet boys.
Yeah.
She's a sweet girl. Yeah. She's a sweet girl. What are you talking?
What?
Come on.
Okay, Billy, you want to test out your theory about that kind of stuff? How's about you sit on a gigantic Moby huge?
Oh.
Just the Moby.
Moby
Billy, I
huge?
want you to
No,
watch
thank you.
Look it up.
Did someone say Vadim's not a sweet boy?
I don't actually like things in my butt. I don't think. I've never.
If anything goes up,
How will
Billy's
you know
ass,
then?
it's gonna be
I don't
like
know,
that
right?
video in live.
I think I would know because I'd have like a craving for it. I'd be like, oh man, I need to put something in my butt right now. I'm more worried about something going in my butt and ripping my butt tissue, right? Like that's how I know I'm not like a butt boy, because a butt boy would be like, well, let's at least see if it rips, right? But I'm like, fuck
so you
no.
just disproved what you just said.
Of course, because what I said was fucking ridiculous and crazy, and I only brought it up to trigger a conversation.
What scares me about getting something shoved up my ass is if when you pull it out, it might prolapse the anus.
Yeah. Oh man, I had a friend in high school, and her older brother molested her little brother.
Oh,
and
why? Why?
Because
you
her
guys tell
little
these
brother's
terrible stories?
anus sock popped out, and that's how
I
they
don't
found
wanna
out.
hear
That's
that.
how they found out he got molested.
Nobody wants to hear this. Nobody wants to hear this.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Billy, continue.
New
Billy.
topic.
That's not a sweet boy
Bitcoin,
story.
you said
No, it's not.
It's not a sweet boy story, but it's not a lie.
What do you mean
we
it's
didn't
not?
ask.
on the show.
A lie is when you respond to the question with a falsehood. We didn't ask you about this, so it's not a.
But someone brought up the anal prolapse.
That doesn't mean you have to tell that story.
True.
I brought it up, and I want him to continue with the story.
Thank you.
What?
That's pretty much the story. He went to go get checked out, and they were like, "No, this is wrong. There's some trauma to the butthole," and it got the whole fucked up thing.
Hold up. I gotta ask. How do you fix that? Do you like shove more things up the ass to fix
Well,
the
I think
prolapse?
that honestly, the doctor pushes it back in, and you have to make sure that it like doesn't fall out again. It could fall out if you do more damage to it. It's fucked
Stick
up.
more things up the ass.
The doctor just has to push it back in.
It's shit like that why I don't want to do anal with anyone.
You're making me a depressed boy. You're making.
I've had girls I know.
Dumb shit.
I've had girls I know have their anal prolapse. It does happen. It sucks. It sucks.
Stop it! Stop.
Well, it's only
Stop,
because.
please.
So this is like a horror movie. Like if you're a hot dumb blonde, you watch horror movies because you know that they're gonna kill the hot dumb blonde. If you like to have stuff in your butt, this is a horror movie to you to know that your butt could fall out.
Honestly,
They should.
I'd pay to watch that. A fucking movie about a chick trying to deal with having a prolapsed anus.
Yeah, a horror movie called The Butt That Falls Out or something.
Nigger.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've been live. We've been live for over an hour now, so
Nigger.
I think we've had quite an after show.
Nigger.
I can't believe you said that, Bill. I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said
Guys-
that. 1/4 of me calls you racist.
You guys have a good night. Sorry we had to end on such a touchy subject.
Nigger.
I'm smart and got my
But,
bachelor's degree. And I'm doing the restaurant business. Guess I'm a doctor, giving lessons in allergenics.
I think I'd rather listen to you play the N-word, honestly.
Nigger.
I don't know. This is all bad. This is all bad.
Ooh, so evil and it was so good at the same time.
Nigger.
One of my friends had a
you had that coming for that story, Billy.
Nigger.
a friend of mine.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, Ben thinks he's got the last laugh, but I'm gonna fart really fucking big.
Oh no!
Nigger.
The last laugh.
Nigger. Nigger.
Oh,
Nigger. Nigger.
you actually did it.
Nigger.
This is racist.
Ooh, I think I can smell it from here.
Oh God! I can smell that shit from the other side of the country. Damn,
Damn
Billy.
right.
It's a downdraft.
Congratulations, you just corrupted the internet.
Did Billy Shims?
Oh, I can smell that from across the ocean. Oh my god.
Oh, he shot himself,
Billy.
didn't he?
How can I smell you in another country? What the fuck?
Billy sharded.
He shot himself.
I don't know why I did it into my own
spray.
mic.
I had spray on deck just in case.
Ben
he tried
had
that.
shard away.
Yep.
It's citrus.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pleasant.
I should fart more often. This is tasty.
Do you taste it?
It's got like a nice aroma.
Oh, okay.
It's got a flavorful aroma. A tasty
Nigger.
aroma.
Wow.
He's gonna do it again. Whoa, hello.
That's racist. That's racist.
Billy,
Yeah,
I have
dude.
one last thing to say to you, my friend.
Uh-huh.
Nigga.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
I like
Hey,
it
I've
when
got a question
Antonovich
for
does
you.
it. Because it usually comes with a $50 donation. Fuck you guys.
All right. Yeah. We'll.
Billy.
Yeah.
My nigga. I'll say it for free.
Oh my god. Wow.
For some reason, this might be me being like racist, but when someone
is.
from like Russia says it, I'm less offended than when
That's
someone
racist.
says it in an
That
American
is
accent.
racist.
If
That
it's got a
is
Russian
racist.
accent
I mean,
or
I guess
Eastern
it's 'cause
European accent,
Ah, nigga.
it doesn't have the history there that it does.
fucking
like
egghead.
here.
Well, yeah, like when
Well,
PewDiePie
maybe.
got called out for dropping the M-bomb in his gaming, like if you go outside of the United States, the word is not as loaded as it is here.
Neighbor wrong.
And Thunderfoot made a video where he talked about that and mentioned that, on the other hand, hacky, we don't consider that so bad here, but
Yeah, it's just something
We
you
have
do
a
with a
game
sack
named
here.
After it. Hacky sack. We'd have a game named after it.
What's a
I want to
hacky?
say about
Hacky.
the Russian thing. I was
I'll
actually
hack your sack.
when I was driving, when I was just got my CDL, my trainer is this black guy from Jersey. We got in this topic of like race and different cultures or whatever in Russia, and the different contexts, like how do they talk to, how do they refer to black people? What's the societal norms there? And I said like they refer to them the Russian word for like black people, negr,
Yeah.
which would directly translate to niggers. But in the context, I know I said it just to fuck with Billy, but also, no, that's true. But the context is
Nigger.
completely different.
In
But that's the thing,
in
like, when
Mexico, it's like
when I told
negros.
them- yeah.
And I think in Israel, it's like the straight the N-word basically translation.
The neighbor.
Well,
That's what I was
China-
told, but I don't know. I don't have proof for that. So it's
Blacks and Jews don't really have the best relations.
they're arguing
Let's put
over
it
who
that
had
way.
it worse as the slaves. The Black Hebrew Israelites. They're like, hey yo, let's come together and piss everybody off.
Come debate me. Black Hebrew Israelites, come debate me.
Why people
I like
frogging
how
my
you guys
face
only
matters.
associate them with G-Man. That's great.
No, not just G-Man, but the fact that G-Man is the one person they shut up around because they just want him to go away is amazing.
Exactly.
Because
Dude, they
everybody
needed
else,
him in
they're
front
like,
of those MAGA kids, dude.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if we had G-Man on the show and we just kept calling him Cheese Man?
Cheese Man?
Cheese
That's so
Man.
dumb. But yeah, that'd
Hey,
be
Cheese
hilarious.
Man.
Just act like we thought that was his name the entire time.
So, Cheese Man, what made you think?
He's been doing this
See
whole
how
shit.
long-
I just realized a great thing for G.
See how long it takes before he realizes
Are
it.
you
and
calling
how-
me Cheese Man?
Hey, why are you
Oh
calling
my
me
God.
Cheese Man?
Yeah.
No, Cheese Man, settle down.
Cheese
Like,
Man.
Cheese Man.
Cheese Man, settle down, Cheese Man. Like, you've been on the show hundreds of times. I swear, man. You've been on. There's no way we're not gonna fucking get your name right, Cheese Man. So,
Tell me about your video series entitled Cheese Man versus the World.
yeah.
Well, lately G-Man's been, doing this
Who's
whole
that?
gendering trans people thing.
Who's
so I
G-Man?
think
Hey, who's
we should
G-Man?
say G-Woman.
Man, it's Cheese Man.
No, it's not. It's
Cheese Man.
Cheese Man.
I believe
Cheese
we
Man.
should start referring to her as Cheese Woman until she starts
Cheese
calling
Woman.
Cheese.
people by their correct.
Ah, cheese. Ah, cheese.
Cheese.
Ah, G. Willikers, Batman.
Ah, G. Willikers. Ah, man,
Cheese
guys.
Woman, there it is. That's it.
Don't know about this one.
Preaching to the Greer Ministries.
So
Preaching
I
to the
just realized
Gruyere Ministries.
Yeah.
there's a
I can't
subreddit
pronounce
called
that cheese. How do you
and
pronounce it?
G-Man
Gruyere?
made a
Gruyere?
post on that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Preaching the Greer Ministries.
Yeah.
I don't
What's up?
get it.
What's up, Craft family?
Oh my. Nah. This has been an interesting post show, so I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't straight up farted at Ben, I think, in a long time, if ever.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I straight up
If
farted
ever?
at you.
Wow.
I can't remember the last time if I ever farted at Ben, but I think after him spamming that vile word, I was in the right.
Yeah.
And now that he spread that citrus smell stuff, it's like now I want to fart more around here. It smells good. That citrus stuff is good.
Neighbor.
That's why Jesus Christ is my.
You know what this really needs more?
Wait, what?
Hey Billy, you should get yourself a Nogger ice cream bar.
A what?
A Nogger? What's a Nogger ice cream bar?
It's an ice cream bar in.
Oh my god,
Oh my god! I went to type in Nogger, and I did not hit the O. I did not hit the fucking O.
Oh no. Oh no.
What the fuck? This can't be real. This can't be real. There's really a black ice cream bar called Nogger? Are you fucking with me?
Yes. Nogger Black. Yes.
What the
Black
fuck?
ice cream? Did you just call
Oh,
it
we gotta
black ice
combine those
cream?
clips right there of Billy saying Nogger and him saying renege earlier in the show.
No, thank you. Why do they have a black ice cream bar named Nogger?
Chocolate ice cream? Do you mean chocolate ice?
I think it's supposed to be black licorice.
Oh.
Huh.
Ew.
Fuck licorice, that's queer.
Sounds horrible.
File
The mixture of like vanilla ice cream and black.
Oh, it's Germany? J. Cole isn't here for Germany's Nogger ice cream bar.
Epic style.
J. Cole
I thought
has
it
some
was fuck-
questions
Epic
about
gaming
Germany's Nogger ice cream bar. Well, at the Germany-Switzerland border, J. Cole had some questions. How many times am I going to say that? Fuck you. Concerning the name of a 75-year-old ice cream brand. The question that Cole was implying about, the Nogger ice cream bar, which sounds a lot like... Oh.
Hey, wait a minute!
It's gonna have a slip of the tongue at any moment. You know it will happen.
Neighbor.
The ice cream bar is sold mostly in Europe and made up of vanilla ice cream with nougat filling and a chocolate shell. However, the company, which was founded in 1942, came out under fire in 2005 after it launched Nogger Black from the Center of Racism and Related Intolerance. The newest Nogger Black flavor removed the toffee center and substituted the chocolate shell for salty black licorice.
What is going on?
Either way, Cole once answers, and you know what? We don't blame him. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Why not call it Nogger Darky in place of dark chocolate?
We
I think
cannot
that's
even...
racist. That's gross. That's racist.
They made the Nogger Black ice cream bar in 2005. That, like, I could see the 75-year-old bar maybe not changing the name because you're used to it.
1970s or something. Yeah.
But straight up amid like a change of racial tension in 2005 across the world, they decide, you know what? We know we sound like that, so we're just gonna do it all the way.
They might as well have just named it after George Zimmerman, right?
These motherfuckers invented a licorice ice cream bar just to have a black ice cream bar they could name Nogger Black.
Wait, what did you say?
You guys, check the live chat.
Why should Germany care what it sounds like to Americans? Wait, German and started in 1942? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oof.
Fun fact, Fanta was invented because of Nazis.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff was, right? In like Hugo Boss designed their uniforms and
BMW
and
behind the planes.
Volkswagen.
The BMW logo was the planes.
Yeah, that was true.
And we wouldn't have a lot of the luxuries we have now if it wasn't for giving asylum to those beautiful scientists that tested on people.
Yeah, thanks, Hitler. Good.
Yeah,
You
actually,
did something.
our NASA exists because of a former Nazi.
Yeah, that's true.
Nazis are on the dark side of the moon.
Oh.
We would be using strictly fossil fuels right now if it wasn't for World War II.
Well.
All around me are vanilla faces, kids with braces, closet racists.
What?
I was singing a song for you guys, my friends.
Right now?
I was singing a song for my friends.
My
Billy, when were we friends?
Come to talk with you again.
Is that
Okay,
Egghead?
you don't
I
have to sing
don't know.
Your voice isn't masculine enough.
Hello, Nugger Dark, my ice cream bar.
Oh my God, they can't say that on here.
I wonder how racist you are. I like the taste of licorice melting, but this black image is not helping.
That's racist.
Oh my Christ.
If it weren't for Hitler, we wouldn't have anime. Well, all the more reason for us to condemn him.
They say that Hitler would not have done the Holocaust had he not been an autistic Spurger. Like,
I love that video of him like
spurging
his
out,
weird twitches.
Yeah.
They said if he wouldn't have been autistic and spurgy, he wouldn't have been like, oh, fucking kill him, then, fucking kill them all, because he was spurging.
I don't think that's exactly how he sounded.
He got
out amongst the crowd.
Only one testicle and a tiny dick.
Did he have a tiny dick? Because he's
another testicle go to Pimp Monk?
He's Eskimo buddies with JFK. They fucked the same girl.
Yeah, if Pimp Monk had given Hitler a testicle, then the whole thing could have been averted.
Then Pimp Monk would have no testicles.
No, he'd have two.
The other day,
oh yeah, I
got in a
forgot.
debate with my friends because of Hitler over what a micro dick technically is.
Young JFK's diary reveals his fascination with Adolf Hitler.
There's one thing. One thing that I still remember from the second Deadpool movie was
Billy
him
hates
going back
noggers.
and trying to kill off a Hitler.
Have you
like
tasted one?
Like baby Adolf Hitler.
I can't have one. They have carbs. They have too
Oh.
many carbs. I hate carbs. Meet Inga Arvad, the woman who stole Hitler's heart and dated JFK. Suspected Nazi spy Inga Arvad was simultaneously linked to both Adolf Hitler and John F. Kennedy. Wow. They were Eskimo bros. They both shared Inga Arvad's vajayjay.
Oh, the fucking Streamlabs don't play in the post show?
Oh no, they did.
Yeah, we read it.
We saw it.
Oh, no audio though, huh?
Oh yeah, you can't hear it. You can't hear it because it's on the same channel. So you can't hear it through your
Discord.
Yeah, through Discord. But they heard it on the stream. Like whoever's watching the stream heard it.
I have the stream muted.
Yeah, I figured if you're in Discord, you'd probably mute the stream.
Yeah, it showed up on the screen and we heard it.
I was looking at the stream
Noggers.
because I was looking forward to playing Star Wars with things. But...
All right, lovely people. I think I'm gonna head out.
All right, see you guys later.
You guys have a good night.
Good night.
Peace.
Enjoy your noggers.